Hi guys, it's Josh here from Ink and Oils, and this is episode 1 of Ink and Oils TV. So, the topic that we're going to be discussing today is everything you need to know about getting your very first tattoo. So, let's jump in. So, the first thing when looking to get your first tattoo to make sure is that you are of the age, so make sure that you're 18 years or older. No professional tattoo artist will tattoo a minor, which is how any person under the age of 18 is considered in the eyes of the law. I will drop a link below. The whole thing, oh, I'm 16, but my mom's going to give me permission. That's a complete lie. And the link below proves that. It's always been the law here in the UK. You must be 18 years or older to get tattooed. So yeah, we've seen a lot in the past of people getting, because they're so eager to get their first tattoo under the age of 18, they'll go to, their mom's brother's sister's cousin and get tattooed in like the shed. For obvious reasons, that's extremely dangerous. If they're having to tattoo from a shed, I think that speaks volumes. If it was good enough, they'd be tattooing in a studio, not in their shed. Which also leads me to say that obviously they're known as what in the industry is known as a scratcher. So they watch a few YouTube videos, think they can tattoo, they make a few quid on the side doing it. Obviously avoid those types of artists because you're going to be left with poor quality work, which will then result in obviously needing to be covered up. It could lead to scarring, it could lead to infection due to poor hygiene. There's many different factors, but yeah, make sure that you're 18 years or older to make sure you get a proper tattoo from a professional tattoo artist. The second thing which is extremely important to do is be 100% confident in the concepts that you have in your mind. So whatever you're thinking or what you're planning to get tattooed, make sure that you're 100% confident that's something that you're going to want to stay with you forever. Because obviously when you get tattooed, you never want to go in there and think, I might not like that, because obviously that's going to result into laser work, cover-ups. It's going to cost money. Sometimes it might not even be able to be covered, and if it can be covered, then it's more so of a case when you have to work with a cover-up that it's more kind of what you can have rather than what you want. So always make sure that you get it done right first time. So make sure you're 100% confident on the concept, so it's never going to lead to cover-up or laser treatment. So yeah, just make sure you think things through, and then once you're confident, that brings us on to the next one. So step 3, this is a really important one now, guys. You've got to discover the artist for you. So never go into a studio and I can't get my words out in this vlog. Never ever book in blind. So never go into a studio and just go, yeah, just book me an hour or 2 hours. Make sure that you study that artist's work first to make sure that it's the right work for you. So the thing you need to ask yourself is, are you looking for a local studio that'll do you a good job, or are you looking for someone that specialises it, but you might have to travel to the other end of the country to get it? So I mean, that's completely up to you. Your best thing to do is look for people that specialise in the style you're looking for. So if you're looking for realism, do your research into realism artists, see if there's any artists in the local area that specialise in that, and if they don't, think of branching out, because you don't want to just go to an artist and settle for something that you may or may not be happy with. You want to be 100% confident in that artist's work and that they're going to do the best job for you. So yeah, doing your research on your artist is extremely important in order to get the best tattoo for you. So step 4 is reaching out to the artist of your choice. So you found the perfect artist, now it's time to reach out to them to discuss and bring your ideas to life. Now the consultation part is extremely important. You don't want to just be messaging someone online and then just book in. You're best off going into the studio because you want to see the environment they're working in, you want to catch a vibe off the artist and see, if obviously you gel well, because you want to feel completely comfortable with the person that's obviously is going to be working on you. So it's extremely important to catch a vibe off them, to make sure that they're excited for what they're going to be working on. They're excited to bring your creation to life in a sense. So it's really important to go into the studio, make sure that obviously the hygiene practices are well, it's licensed. Obviously you've gone to them because you love their work. So yeah, so it's just making sure really that you feel comfortable with them, they're willing to work with your ideas, and then that brings us on to our next one. So now you've sat down with this artist, the next step is to book an appointment. So when you're booking an appointment, I'd highly recommend, obviously, giving your artist, when you're booking in, obviously you've had the consultation so they know what you want. now that they know what you want, give them that little bit of free rein. Don't be completely, it's got to be like this, and this, because obviously they do this for a living. You've gone to them because you love their work. Take their advice, because you know, you don't design tattoos on a daily basis. These artists do, you know. So you'd never go into, you know, Samsung and tell them how to build you a TV. So just when you go in there, just, you know, obviously stick to what you want, but give them that little bit of free rein, just so that way, obviously, you're going to end up with something that you're really happy with. Obviously, they're not going to design anything for you that's going to compromise their quality of work. So they're going to want to design something to the best of their abilities for you, but they're just going to design it in a way which is going to portray their work better, as well as flow better with your body or with the position where it's in, and also because that's what will age well and represent well as a tattoo. So follow your artist's advice, give them a little bit of free rein on it, just to let them do their thing. Last but not least is the day of your session. So it's the morning of your session, you're getting up, make sure you have a nice light breakfast, so banana, some cereal, just to put something in your system. Take like a boost bar with you as well, so a little bit of sugar. What was the other thing? Yeah, an energy drink, take an energy drink as well to you with the studio. Things to not do before your session. So 24 to 48 hours prior, avoid alcohol, because what it's going to do is it's going to thin your blood. And if it thins your blood, obviously what's going to happen then is you're going to bleed more. And by bleeding more, it pushes the ink out. So obviously it's going to make your tattoo heal poorly. So for best results, avoid alcohol and any blood thinning dilutives 48 hours plus before your appointment. That way then you're guaranteed better results. Now, the last but not least are things to avoid and not do when going for your first tattoo. So, things to avoid, guys, when obviously getting your first tattoo. So, never ever do a walk-in. In my opinion, I always advise against it, because walk-in tattoos are usually impulsive. They're ones that people are going to need covering. That's the reason why our studio literally never does walk-in sessions, because if people walk in, not only is that design going to have to be rushed, so it can't be customised, so it can't be a custom piece, so you're just essentially taking someone's work off Google, which is definitely something that you should not do. And then obviously if you're just going in going, yeah, I'll just have this, you know, it's obviously that's how things sort of worked 10 years ago. If it wasn't on the wall, you couldn't get it done. Whereas now, we're in the age where if you can think it, it can be brought to life. So obviously with modern tattoo machines, you know, innovative thinking, tattooing's moved a lot in the last sort of 6, 7, 8 plus years. So obviously with machine advances, ink, obviously the advances in ink, so brighter colours, you know, the sky really is the limit. So yeah, avoid walk-ins in my opinion. Make sure it's planned, structured with your artist. You're happy with the design beforehand. It's always better to be prepared than just to walk in and just say, yeah, I'll just have a rose on my chin. I don't know why chin, but you know what I mean. So yeah, always come prepared. Last but not least, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, always make sure you go to a professional artist, check their work. Don't go to illegal, unlicensed premises or artists. If one says they're going to come around to your house, again, that's another illegal procedure. If they was good enough to tattoo, they wouldn't be tattooing you in the house or in your own house. They'd have people coming to them. So keep that into consideration to avoid all that sort of stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. There's going to be plenty more content relating to tattoos on our profile. So if you click subscribe below, if you found this video to be of any value, please click the like button. Again, if you've got any questions, please leave I can't get my words out today. If you've got any questions, guys, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, and I'll answer them as soon as I can as well. So yeah, subscribe below, guys. We've got a lot of tattoo and vape related content coming in really soon. So yeah, have a great day, guys, and take care.